Hello, this is Anne Mezzenga with Retail Field Report coming to you live from our Shoptalk 2026 March Madness Mixer. And we have one more guest to share with you all today. I'm so excited to introduce the CEO of Standard AI, Angie Westbrook. Angie, thanks so much for being here.
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me.
You and I met not too long ago for the first time, and the audience has heard of Standard AI. I've been following Standard AI since the early days, which was you were the pioneers of checkout free shopping.
Right.
You're the first people on the scene. I remember going to the store in San Francisco across from the Westfield Mall.
Yep.
Where is Standard AI now, though? Because you told me a few weeks ago we met, and I was really impressed by the trajectory of the company since you took over as CEO.
Yeah, so we've been building computer vision in retail for almost a decade. And I joined the company about 4 years ago, and it was soon after that it became clear that we could use the same platform that we built for autonomous checkout.
Yes.
And actually solve a much more urgent and widespread problem for physical retail, which is just the lack of visibility inside the store. I mean, that's what we're really focused on. So we tap into the security cameras that are already installed.
Okay.
No new cameras required. And we bring together a new data set that just has been missing. And we take our inspiration from e-commerce and digital. And you think about when you're managing those e-commerce platforms, you know everything about your consumer.
Yes.
You know their whole journey, where they're clicking, what they're putting in their cart, what they're taking out. But then you go into physical retail and we're still,
It's
maybe
still kind of a black hole.
It is. It's like basic traffic counting, some transaction logs. It's really difficult to understand and put metrics to what's happening inside the store. And so that's what we're doing. And it's bringing visibility, it's driving revenue. It's also just allowing physical retail to participate in AI.
Yes.
Because that's just been this, like you said, black box for all these years.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about some of the partners that you're starting to work with, leveraging the technology that you've built for almost a decade in this new way.
Yeah, so if you think about some of the applications that we're talking about, it's like retail media measurement, right? So retail media has been really, gaining a lot of traction over the last year or so, but now retailers and brands, they want to see proof. They want to see incrementality, they want to see attribution, and not inferred, truly measured, and that's the difference from what we're doing. Brands are excited about it because they're spending a ton of money on promotions, placement, and they want to know the ROI. Is it capturing the attention of the customers that are in that store? Where is the best placement for my new product? Am I getting a return on this investment that I'm doing? And because our computer vision platform, given that it was built for autonomous, super high fidelity. So the reason that we can bring these metrics to life, and it's fully anonymous, privacy safe platform, but it's because we know orientation and we know how they're facing and how they're moving, and that gives us gaze, and it gives us true attention, not just basic traffic.
Yes. So if I were to ask one of your clients how Standard AI is improving their daily lives, one of your retailer brand clients, what do you think they would say?
It's 100% around faster, more confident decisions.
Okay.
Right? So you think about how teams have been operating in physical retail, it's mostly like educated guesses. And they're very good at it.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
But there's a real lack of data that means that they just haven't been able to make decisions as fast. You have to run experiments longer than what they've had to do. And so even I didn't mention it, but like workforce deployment and how to make sure you have the right people in the right place for customer experience, all of those things. We're making this easier to make decisions. The other thing I'll just say is, retail teams, they're spending massive amounts of money, big decisions, big budgets on retail media and staffing and all of these things. And now they can do that with much more confidence than what they had before. And, from my perspective as an operator, that's improving life dramatically.
Yes, 100%.
Right? Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Who are some of the clients that you're working with today?
We have multiple size retailers. We're working in from duty free. We have some automotive retailers, beauty.
Okay.
We're really across the board.
Okay.
And I think that's what's awesome about our technology is it's really modular, so it can operate in a very small location or very large big box.
Which is a huge part. And I think the other component which you mentioned is that you're tying it into existing security cameras and things that they already have installed in the store. No shutting down stores to install technology, no major overhauls, anything like that.
That's right.
Okay, so with those brands in beauty, in drug, in duty-free, all of the others that you mentioned, what are you most excited for them to do on the Standard AI platform in this year?
What's super exciting for me is, we really just brought this product to market last year.
Okay.
And each retailer or brand that we were working with had a specific use case in mind, and that's what we went in and deployed. But now that we've been in these locations longer, we're starting to get more questions, more use cases. And our customers are really starting to understand the company-wide enterprise solution that this is. So we're not a point solution. We're in the ceiling. We can see operations, we can see marketing, we can see retail media. And so now you have cross-functional teams really coming and realizing the power of this platform.
Right, and it's kind of like you built the road, now put more cars onto it.
Exactly.
And you can add so much more, again, with something that's already been installed.
Exactly.
Okay, Angie Westbrook, the CEO of Standard AI, thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks for coming to our March Madness Shop Talk Happy Hour, and we will see you next time. Until then, stay curious.